Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Link to the Past League playoffs. We are in the middle of week one of the Invitational playoffs, and we have a game one here tonight between Mogliacci of Mogliacci and Ganon's Gone Wild of I Like Big Boots. I'm JP, and I'm joined by Drossi here today. How you doing, Drossi?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to this series. This is the first match in it, so it's always nice to get a new series kicking off.
Yep. Seems like so far we have had two teams dominating the series, and some of the other teams just haven't even started yet.
Yeah, like your series, for instance, is already over.
Yep. Our series is over, and so is one other. I won't spoil too much more, though. But yeah, this one's just starting. I think we've got a few more that are going to start, too. But it's been a crazy start. We've had a lot of close races. We've had a lot of good races. We've even had a tie.
Yeah, I mean, and we're only 3 days into the Invitational playoffs.
Yeah, so this just shows how crazy these playoffs are going to be. And yeah,
Yeah,
between these two runners, I couldn't even tell you who I think's going to win today. They're both pretty even.
yeah, and of course they've both been around a while. They've been playing in the league since season 2 and have been making the playoffs pretty regularly. I guess Moogle Charm's team didn't make the playoffs last season, but hey, that's why he got a new team together, right?
Yeah, as we get going,
Red mail is apparently for cowards.
we'll see if they find it. And it's just a piece of heart to start. And as you see, they have their boots. We get a map check. Looks like just a green pendant at desert. Everything else is normal.
Always nice to see some crystals in the light world.
So we got this usual starting sequence. It'll take about 5 minutes to get through. Maybe less if they find a mirror.
Yes, I know Error, for instance, is really keen on getting the sub 5 minute boots escape, but hey, we got a Master Sword to start with. That's pretty nice.
That'll make that sub 5 minutes dream a little more possible. It'll take a few enemies down a little faster.
Yeah, I mean, those green guards go in one hit now.
So Master Sword already obtained. See a lamp. Gotta start thinking Aga. That blue guard got a little bit away from Gan's Gone Wild. There's a heart container in the map chest. Yeah, these two runners will be interesting to see how they play. Like right now, it's pretty close. We gotta get through this escape sequence. About 5 minutes, as I said. Um, we shall see. Shall see how they handle it. There's not a lot to talk about. There's chests here. They don't, unlike normal starts. Well, there's bombs, but they don't need bombs. Because of those boots, you can just bonk the back wall and get your prizes. Now let's see if they handle the guard a little nicer. With the Master Sword, you only need 2 spins to take the guard out. See how they handle it. Yep, Gan's Gone Wild took the easier route with those 2 spins. Moogle Charm still using slashes. Unfortunately, a Master Sword slashes do the same as Fighter Sword here. You have to at least do Tempered Sword damage to change that damage table. So that gives Ganon's Gone Wild about a 1-room advantage.
Yeah, which is impressive given, how synchronized they were going the ball and chain guard.
Yeah, it's just little optimization sometimes like that you can make on the fly in a race that can save you that second or two.
Yeah, I think overall GGW probably has a bit of an execution advantage, but they're close enough that routing's going to make or break this race most likely.
Absolutely. We got them both running to the back of Escape. They already have their small key. I don't think we've seen the map yet. That's another thing I always like to keep in mind when you're doing the escape sequence. If you don't see the map before Sanctuary, you could save yourself a second by skipping it. Though, personally, I always check that chest anyway because I'm always afraid that I miscounted an escape since my mind's not on that.
By the way, I think we should resolve your prediction.
Oh, yeah.
Some people got a nice payout.
Yeah, that was the 30, it was the 30-70 and the 31. So some people got a 3.32 to 1 payout there. No, we'll get some other predictions going throughout the race. So there's plenty of time to use your points up. I think between Drossi and I will get some predictions out there. We're usually the two that actually do the most, I feel like.
So I heard an interesting piece of terminology with that key rat. If it runs to the far northwest corner, it's in Seattle.
That is very interesting. I guess I could see that room kind of being like a pseudo map of the United States.
If you're really creative, but
Yeah.
yeah, so we didn't see Seattle Rat today.
Alright. Ganon's got wild out of the escape first. Mogul Charm is a couple seconds behind. Though Mogul Charm's already done a map check, and there's a cape.
Interesting. Like, between the Master Sword and the cape, the Seed seems to be pushing an Aga play, but we don't have the lamp yet.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Always, you can check the Bonk Rocks because we got those boots. Just a piece of heart.
Hey, Vanilla Bonk Rocks, how about that?
Then we'll get our Lumberjack check. Since casual boots, you'll see most runners check Lumberjack because with boots, you've basically already got access to it.
Oh, and the Tier 2 tree pull is not great, just green rupees.
Yeah, the crab's a little better.
Only marginally.
Alright, what do we got here? Ooh! Okay, we're doing Aga.
Oh my! Wow! I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. Moon Pearl on Lumberjack.
Either.
Well, that explains why the Seed was setting us up for an Aga play.
Yep. So we're gonna see a lamp here sometime soon.
I would think so.
I mean, in a way, as a runner, I don't mind seeing that. Like, when I see a required item on Lumberjack, because it's just, you know you gotta do it, you know your opponent's gotta do it, so who cares? Like, you're both gonna do it, it's fine. I think in casual boots is a little nicer, because you know you already have access up there.
So, just to answer something in chat, since we haven't really explained what's going on here, every runner on a team had to choose a pendant, courage, wisdom, or power before the season began. And if they make the playoffs, they play the runner with the same pendant on their opponent's team. So the courage players are guaranteed to have to play a casual boots match against each other.
Okay, I gotta give Moogle Charm credit. That was really creative.
Yeah, that was a heck of a water walk where I was not expecting it, coming out of Lost Woods, charging it there. But, like, I don't know, he can't go to Zora, he doesn't have enough money. I mean, I guess if he really wants to do Waterfall Fairy, this is a bit of a clown route, though.
I mean, sometimes you do have to make those plays just to separate yourself from your opponent, but yeah, this is a very interesting route.
I mean, you know this is an Aga seed. Given the Moon Pearl, you're probably gonna want to do that Aga play as soon as possible, which means you're gonna want to get the lamp, which you know has to be in Logic somewhere, so why are you prioritizing out of Logic?
Well, we just found out that these checks will be eventually unlocked.
Yeah, well, right. Moogle has probably got to wish he had those flippers then. And the lamp was just on the bottle vendor anyway.
All right, so there's our AGA access. Yeah, these early plays aren't really paying off for Moogle Charm.
And there's a glove in Chicken Hut, so we're halfway to having some other Dark World access once we beat Aga and get that Moon Pearl, so we won't be, tied to using Aga Portal.
Yeah, I don't know if you would rush Aga just yet. I mean, the glove helps, but I kind of want to wait until I've got something else I can do. Okay, that Quake Medallion could be interesting later.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before we find out whether it's necessary or not. And there's a bottle in the library. I assume GGW will run right back and check Sick Kid.
Yeah, most likely. Otherwise, you're coming back here. Or maybe not.
Yeah, that's interesting. But he's continuing to run, so now he's gone to double back. I guess he wanted to check race game first. The fact that Moogle Charm is doing everything but Kakariko right now reminds me. Oh, and there's our other glove. Now that's interesting. So that's going to be Titan's Mitts. But I was going to say it reminds me that there was an open league team called Clown Routing 101, and like in their team logo, it was like a professor showing Lesson 1, the cack skip.
Nice. Yeah, he said that those are Titan submits, so that gives us some Dark World access after doing Aga. And that's actually not a bad Dark World access, considering that you'll have 2 portals to Dark World.
Yeah, in very different places. So I wonder if GGW, once he gets these Titans mitts, is gonna... I mean, he has the flippers. I expect him to do the flippers checks, but I would think he'll do like maybe Ice Rod Cave and flippers checks and then do Aga is my best guess.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be a good route. Moogle Charm's gonna give us a ledge. Nope, just 20 rupees. The only thing is we don't have really a dungeon that we're getting pointed to yet.
I mean, the Death Mountain climb is in logic, but without either the hammer or the hook... without either the mirror or the hook shot, there's not much for us to do once we get there.
There's Samaria.
Extremely likely to be required.
Alright, so what's Moogle Charm's next plan? He is really committing to this Eastern skip. Or not the Eastern skip,
the cack skip.
It's good payoff still. We don't know. But GGW is going to check Zora here in a minute, and this is an isolated spot once we see it, because if it's anything of value, Moogle Charm's going to be a while before he gets that.
Yeah. And Moogle skipped Waterfall Cave, too. Saha's sitting on the Cane of Burna. That's something, but not a huge amount.
I think Moogle Charm did do the Waterfall.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did. There was nothing in there.
Oh. I could have sworn he took the Whirlpool there and just went straight to Zora Ledge. Oh, maybe he did the waterfall afterwards?
He did. He did
Okay.
Zora Ledge to Waterfall to Hobo. Small efficiency coming here from Moogle Charm, as he's going to get the bottle before going into Kakariko.
which will get him all of 50 rupees.
Let's see what the waterfall fair gives us. Another bee.
Just when you thought you could get rid of bees. Well, let's see if Moogle also sells his good bee to the bottle vendor. It'll amount to a free glove.
Man, this is a big check coming up here. If there's anything on Zora, that's a big advantage to GGW.
Oh, right, sorry. Bottle vendor has the lamp. I misremembered.
Well, no, that's not going to hurt Moogle Charm, and that's a minor refund.
Well, we certainly have enough money to get us through the rest of the seed because, you know, Pod plus the various games in Village of Outcasts, that's still plenty of money. This is interesting. GGW going to Saha's hut.
I kind of see it because, like I said, there's not really a good option for you yet once you get to Dark Worlds. So it kind of makes some sense that you want to try to find something that points you towards a dungeon.
Well, we know the solution has to be catfish, then.
But I think that save and quits is a pretty obvious sign. We're going to see Aga next.
Yeah. And so the one edge Moogle Charm has on GGW is finding that cane of Samaria, but at the same time, with the boots, and especially if GGW gets the flute at some point, I can't imagine he's gonna have like some horrible Samaria fetch quest.
Yeah, I mean that's seeing it again. It's definitely something that he'd probably pick up. But we've got an Aga climb, so we should probably get another prediction going.
Yeah.
I think chat knows what prediction's coming up next.
There we go. You got 2 minutes to guess it. Your favorite number of blue balls. We'll do 2 and 3 versus everything else just because 2 and 3 are by far the most common numbers.
The smart play.
What do you think, JP?
I'll go 4.
Of course. You know, we had a seed earlier today that went 7.
Yikes. Always feels bad as a runner, because even though you know your opponent has to do it too, you just hate the time wasted. Yeah, for those of you who weren't here early, the reason that the runners have to do this is because of the Moon Pearl location, which is at the Lumberjack.
And I'm pretty sure I have literally never seen that before.
I'm sure there's somebody in the chat who has run the numbers on this and can say in a casual boot seed how often Moon Pearl would end up on Lumberjack. I'm gonna say it's probably a little more common in casual boots, just for the simple fact that you have 2 of the items for that Lumberjack access right away.
Yeah, then you only need a lamp and either a second sword or the cape, and of course the seed gave us both.
Well, here we go with that Aga fight.
And thanks for the raid, Tedo.
Alright, here we go. So, Aga pattern is always a cycle of 5. First one's always a reflectable, next 3 are 50-50 chances, and the 5th is always a lightning bolt.
So that's 2 blue balls already. But yeah, as you were saying, it's not entirely obvious what the best course of action is once you get the Moon Pearl.
I mean, as we get the 3rd, you could go like to Thieves Town, but no hammer, so that's not necessarily the nicest play.
Right, there's like the front of Skull Woods. Oh, it is going to be 3. Okay, then.
Do have a pyramid check to make before save and quit.
Also true, and we get to hear the lovely Moon Pearl-less Dark World music. And there's our map check. Thievestown and Turtle Rock are pendants, and the 5-6 crystals are Pod and Mire.
Well, nothing on the pyramid, and that kind of muddles the picture just a little more, because like I said, the Thieves Town's like the one dungeon you could do, and now it's a pendant.
Well, what's interesting is you have the cape, so that could lead us to Bumper Ledge if there's something there.
We're also going to get a King's Tomb check, which, yep, it's been in logic.
Nothing much there, though.
Yeah, despite having some good items, yeah, the start of the seed's been a little withholding. I honestly, a nice play right now might be to grab that Moon Pearl and climb the mountain. Just do the couple checks you can up there.
Right, we do have 2 checks that we can do, the Old Man and whatever's inside Spec Rock. And yeah, might as well do it to get the save point.
Yeah, you're as close to the Death Mountain entrance as you're gonna be. Worst case scenario, you get the save point and you really don't waste any time here. Yeah, that's exact. Yep.
Oh, go ahead.
That's exactly what GGW is going to do.
I was going to say maybe the Old Man hands us something interesting like the Flute, because if that happens and Mire is Quake, then we can actually do Mire.
Early Mire, that's always fun.
I've seen that once, that there was some crazy seed I was once watching in a restream where the runners had exactly what they needed to do Mire and couldn't do any other dungeon completely.
When a seed hands me Mire access early and I'm looking for hammer, I almost always want to dip it.
Yeah, it's just so rare that a seed sends you to Mire that early. But nothing for us on the mountain for all that.
So right now, I'd say I might prioritize Overworld a little bit more. Like, I mean, I might do like front of Skull Woods, and like we do have bumper ledge access, so that's definitely worth a check. I guess I do probably the front of Thieves Town. I basically just kind of just go around on a route until I find something that sends me somewhere.
Yeah. I think especially with Thieves being a pendant, that front of Thieves is a good play. And you just hope there are, some items there. It's not a crazy layout with all the dungeon items in front.
GGW is going through Skullwoods. We'll see if it actually goes in. Okay, he's going to make some checks here.
This will be to Mogliacci's advantage since he already has Samaria, so it makes the middle chest much easier to check.
Early key, so you don't have to worry about getting locked in the back. It's rare, but when it happens, it's annoying.
Yeah. Well, the front is certainly key heavy. Watch both items be in the back. Nope, there's the mushroom, okay.
The sea just kind of keeps dripping the items in, like, not really giving you that exciting item just yet.
Well, hey, we found all the small keys now.
Okay. That gives us the ability to full clear Pendant Desert.
I'm sure the runners are really excited to do that.
Man, this... just pendants so far. As GGW shows us... Bombos. Yep, I was gonna say, you're gonna go pick that up.
Yeah, at this point.
Oh, you don't want to see that, though. Guess what that does?
Bombos?
Yeah.
Opens ice?
Yep. Yeah, with flippers already and Bombos, that's Ice Palace that can have something. That saying Hammer and Ice Tea. We already saw that earlier today.
Yeah, you don't want to go into ice without the hammer, but Rule of Fire says that the fire rod could well be in there, right?
Exactly.
And that is 2 items in the front of Thieves Town, both worthless. So where's Moogle off to? Oh, C-shaped house. We haven't done that yet. Hey, high five.
I think that was a dashing high five. Muggle Charm's not going to get that Bombless medallion for the time being, though. So each runner's got a medallion, the other doesn't. I don't think... Did GGW get quite... Oh, yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah, he did all the flipper checks.
There's something. Okay.
Yeah, that puts Eastern fully in logic. But I'm sure the runners would rather wait until they have the hammer and try to do Eastern and Pod together.
Ideally, yeah. You'd prefer that.
I'm sure Moogle loved seeing that Fisher-Price shield off Stumpy.
Kind of fits the Moogle well. I think Mog can equip shields in Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, and he looks better with a small shield, you know? It's like you don't see Moogles with heavy artillery.
We got a Hype Cave check for the shovel.
Fetch quest items coming in fast and furious. As I say that.
Jeez. Okay, is that all of our fetch quest items at this point?
Yeah, I mean, that was Fetch Quest Cave. So I guess Hype Cave's value depends on whether those fetch quests lead to anything.
I think Moogle's just gonna take... Looks like Moogle's just gonna take that bow and go straight into Eastern.
Oh, and GGW skipping Thieves, which is a good move given that we know there's nothing in front.
He did the fronts.
Oh, did he? I missed it, sorry. So GGW will probably be right behind Moogle Charm on the same route.
Get your predictions in chat. Where do you think that hammer's going to be? In a dungeon or not in a dungeon?
Could be on one of those fetch quests we got, though we'd need the mirror to do Magic Bat in that case. I've seen mirror on Magic Bat. I've seen hammer on Magic Bat. It's pretty rude since you have to be willing to sacrifice your mirror portal to go there.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, though. That we can't check that powder yet. Or no, we can check the powder. Sorry. What was I thinking we can't check? Oh, no, we can't check powder. Sorry, we need the mirror to get there.
And oh, right, GGW is going to turn in that mushroom, which Moogle Charm doesn't have, as Moogle finds the blue mail in Eastern Big.
And just a red rupee. That was not a good quality mushroom, apparently.
But we got so much money, might as well buy some potions while we're there.
Exactly.
Is he gonna run all the way down to... No. Where is it? Okay.
Oh, is...
Warping back, where is he? Is he gonna do ice?
He might. Speaking of ice...
Of course we can find the ice rod easily. It's, you know, a pendant.
So he never did the dam.
Right, and that'll probably take him to Aegina. He'll get his Cane of Samaria. I'd be a bit surprised if he goes into Desert.
It's on the route right now.
Yeah, but you've got a clearable crystal dungeon and you're really prioritizing Pendant? Well, this is the clown match.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to see clowning, these two teams and Skull Kids are the teams you're looking out for.
Yeah, we're going to see some clowning. That book is out. He's going into Desert. This actually kind of makes some sense, too, because this is Green Pendant Desert. You can go to Eastern right after this and get an extra check with that that Green Pendant turn-in.
If you're committing to doing the whole thing.
Oh, nothing was in Eastern, though that is the first crystal. I think Moogle Triumph's gonna go check. No, he can't get to Pod this way. He doesn't have the hammer. I hope he remembers that.
Right. Moogle? Moogle?
There it is.
So we're one item down in Desert and it was just a big 20.
Yeah, what is that next big item gonna be? Not in Desert, unless it's on the Green Pendant. It looks like GGW's... No, never mind. He's out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that for one item. And now Moogle's gonna get his mushroom. Oh, but GGW skipped the Cane of Samaria in the process.
He did.
That could hurt him if he dives ice.
And there's the big key, so we can see another item in the front. We have not seen the map, compass, or second item in here. Yeah, GGW is going to get his nothing out of Eastern. Well, he's going to get Ice Rod. Can't say that's nothing just yet.
Well, then he can go back and beat Landmos a lot more easily. Okay, let's see what's in the big chest here in Skull Woods. Just the compass. So the second item is in the back and locked by the fire rod.
So we're still hunting for that next piece. And what we've got... I want to start thinking what we got at this point. We've got the back of Thieves Town.
We've got all of Pod except the boss.
Yeah, we have all Pod. We have Catfish. We do have Ice Palace. Yeah, I think at this point it's kind of turned into choose a dungeon and dive it. Moogle Charm's gonna get his bombos.
GGW is doing his customary play of skipping the big key chest in Eastern, which will pay off for him. It'll save him a solid minute or so.
Potentially. I mean, most likely it will, but I mean, there is that small chance that Ice Rod's gonna be needed. If Turtle Rock was a crystal, this would be a big bad skip. But thankfully, at least for now, for GGW, TR is a pendant.
Oh, right. That was where the ice rod was. Chat's reminding us. I mentally thought nothing useful because it's like, well, TR is a pendant, so unless something's on Ped or on Trinex, GGW is fine.
Yeah, most likely he's fine from skipping that. He kind of lets out a little bit from TR being a pendant here.
Yeah, if TR were a crystal, that would possibly have been GG.
Alright, so GFE's been calling Cameron Catfish. Let's see if he's right. Moogle thinks he's not.
Oh, Tempered Sword's nice.
That's hammer damage, but not a hammer. And it looks like GGW's running the pod.
Well, it's 5 items, or possibly only 4 if Helma has an item.
I think these runners are going to converge in pod.
Of course, Moogle will have a little bit of an equipment advantage with that Tempered Sword.
As of right now, can't clear or Helmasaur.
Of course, Hammer could always be French vanilla. And I think if it is, you go to ice immediately after. But if it is, that's to Moogle's advantage because he'll have the Cane of Samaria for going through there.
What's your thoughts on Pod? If you have the bow, do you go right side first or do you do the front here first?
Well, I think we're forced over to the bow-locked side, and
I kind of like
and
sometimes doing right side first just because I like to know how many keys are over there so I know if I should go for the big key chest or not.
well, and we don't have a mirror, so what else are you gonna do?
Oh, good
Death Warp
point.
out?
Yeah, good point.
Okay, so we've seen both non-small key items in the front now.
Looks like Mogliacci's setting up a death warp. GFE, or not GFE, I keep saying GFE talking chat. Ganon's going well, it is now setting up a death warp.
Someone beginning with a G.
Too many initials.
Okay, so that was 2 items already in the front. So now in the back, there are going to be 2 small keys, and we still have both the map and the compass outstanding as well.
And we've seen 2 items, as you said, so just 3 left in here, and one of them could be on Helma.
All right, and that big key, which we kind of had to find somewhere.
Okay, so we got the big key, got the compass. That chest is going to be a small key. Harmless Hell will be a small key. So it's 2 or 3 items between the big chest and the maze.
Right, just a matter of whether the map shows up or not.
That's a red.
Jeez.
Oh no. One more chance. It's not
Wow.
in
That was beyond a bust.
Chet did also bring up the shovel. We haven't seen the shovel spot yet. I think. Oh no, never mind. I was say GFU might go there right now, but yeah, we're down to Ice Palace, that shovel spot, and the Green Pendant turn. Oh, also Thieves Town.
Yeah, if he's going here, this has to be the catfish play. There's nothing else he can do this way.
And this seed seems to be wanting to pigeonhole you towards one spot. Okay, Moogle Charm's gonna go turn in that mushroom.
Ah, yes. And discover it's worthless, but... Hey, they're going over each other's footsteps here.
Did we see a small key in the front of Thieves Town?
We did get a small key in the front of Thieves Town, so it is 50-50 whether there's an item in that big chest. Because the map and the compass are both outstanding, and we got 2 items in front.
Mogliacci going back to this portal. This might be a desert play for him. Where is GGW going? Is this ice for GGW?
Looks it.
Alright, here's the Ice Palace play. Meanwhile, Mogliacci's going to give us that shovel check.
And it's just unfortunate that GGW skipped to Gina when he was in desert.
Now, I think Mogliacci, if he's going to desert, he's more likely to finish this. Considering he's almost out of spots.
Well, he's got ice too.
He does. Yeah, like Samaria, he might have a little less time, but it depends on if there's a small key here or not. Because if there's not, then he kind of can't do the route as well. And there's not. Could still be one in the big key chest, but you have to do it normally. Warm up that old Ice Palace bomb jump.
Always a good thing to keep in your back pocket. Yeah, I'm curious, is Moogle gonna finish Desert after this? I mean, of course, he goes back and checks the big chest and gets a second item, but after that... That was a really clean bomb jump from GGW.
Yeah, yep, that was really nice. I actually didn't even really need the bomb jump here, too, because,
Oh, it wasn't a bomb jump. Shoot, he did not, hit the switch.
Oh, yeah, that could be a problem if he finds the hammer in here.
That's why it was so nice and clean. He didn't actually do it. Now, we haven't found the big key yet, so we can't do the big chest.
And Moogle Charm's gonna finish this. And GGW does the exact same thing I do almost every time. It's like I hit that switch even though I'm going through the locked door.
Okay, so the only thing GGW has left here is the spike room chest. What do we call that chest?
Like U room or something like that.
I guess every room in Ice Palace needs its own letter, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, and as we're seeing in this room, that's actually out of logic without the hook shot, so GGW is just gonna be gone.
So, I mean, there could still be some. Well, there could be something over there, but yeah, as you mentioned, without the hook shot, you can't get it. I mean, you can get it, but it's not in logic. And we're now gonna see the shovel from GGW. I think we're down to Green Pendant turning in Thieves Town.
Smith Chain.
Oh yeah, Smith Chain. I think we've all forgotten about that.
Everyone loves mirrorless Smith Chain, right?
Yeah, I just love that. Oh yeah, we did get a small key. I think that chest might be in logic. That spike chest might be in logic and ice.
Oh, did he get us? Oh yeah, he got a small key and then used it.
Yeah. There was a small key in the freezer room. Alright, so Moogle Charm's got the green pendant, he's running to Saha.
And GGW is either going to be doing Smith Chain or the Back of Thieves. Let's see which.
This is X Smith.
Yeah, going over here, it's clearly Smith.
Alright, is it green pendant? No!
That was a pretty paltry finder's fee, and Moogle Charm is expressing his displeasure with Saha. So, what do we think? Is Moogle going to do Smith as well now?
I don't know. It's basically Smith Chain for 2 items or Back of Thieves Town for maybe 2 items. Yeah, and GGW still has Agina, still has that other chest in Eastern.
He is not going back for that chest in Eastern. I can tell you his play style well enough.
Not on the Smiths. And Moogle Charm's going into Thieves Town.
And I think GGW is going to be doing the same. Or I'd be surprised if he goes straight for the purple chest after the portal.
I mean, in his mind, he could think, okay, I can grab purple chest, turn that in, and check Agina. No, it looks like he's going to Thieves Town as well. We're gonna get something big here soon, either hook shot or hammer or mirror or flute. There's a lot of items that would opens up stuff right now. Even Fire Rod would give us at least one more check.
Well,
Secret high five on the stairs.
trying to think. Oh, right. Since the key was in front, all the checks in the back are in logic except for the big chest, which we can't actually access.
Yeah, and that big chest has a 2 in 3 chance of having an item at this point.
Right. But since both of our runners are doing this, it cancels out. They're on equal footing. Ooh.
There's the flutes.
There's our Meyer play incoming.
Yep, that, as long as Meyer's not Ether, that's a fully clearable Meyer. Well, at least for Moogle Charm, GGW hasn't found Samaria yet.
And here we are on our blind fight. Yeah, now we just have to hope GGW does do a Gina before going into Meyer, because that's not going to be pretty otherwise.
We are leaving an item behind here.
Figures. At least it's not the hammer.
Yeah. So Flute gives us essentially 4 new checks. 2 in Meyer's Shed and 2 in Meyer. Yeah, smart move here. Mogliacci's gonna grab the Smith. That way he can just... He's gotta come back to CAC anyway to reactivate the Flute. Not reactivate, but activate it.
Yeah, GGW's in a little bit more of an uncomfortable situation because you can't run with the purple chest, but otherwise he just gonna repeatedly go through the portal? Or is he gonna abandon the purple chest?
Abandoning the purple chest for now. Yeah, that Smith's shadow makes it looks like Mog is dancing to the flute playing.
Well, Mog is known for his dances, right? Is that the wind aria?
I think so.
So, right. The logical thing for GGW to do at this point would be to say, look, I don't have the mirror. I should really do a Gina before I go to the Dark World at 6.
Depends on how committed he is to this skip. He's gonna flute first. He's going to the portal. He doesn't care
Oh
about
boy.
it.
Yeah, if he goes into Mire, he's gonna feel really silly when he gets the cane.
No medallion. Oh, there's the medallion check. It's Bombos. There's Hammer.
Of course. But now, yeah, this is going to give Moogle a distinct advantage. You know, the runners have been pretty even to this point, but Moog can finish Meyer, GGW can't.
So that Hammer gives us the ability to clear Pod, which we know at this point it's only a map on... It's either a map or a compass on Helma. I can go clear Ice now. And clear Mire, so we're at least we have 3 crystal dungeons. Well, Moogle's got 3 crystal dungeons. GGW's got 2. The actually thinking about that, that hammer doesn't immediately open as much as you would like it to.
Well, it lets you finish Pod.
Yeah, which I think we realized is not an item.
Right, that's the map. Hey, compass in the compass chest.
Because they are following each other's footsteps.
Nicely synced up, though. Again, we are going to desync pretty soon.
Yeah, because eventually Mooglecharm's going to go for Vidi and GW's going to have to bail. And yeah, I think we have to have a big key in the vanilla spot now. I don't think we've seen either item yet.
Yeah. And what is G... Oh, right, he can flute now. Oh, but we also have Spike Cave.
Oh yeah, that's open now.
We had an open league race a couple of days ago where, actually, I think it was just yesterday where Go Mode was in Spike Cave, and neither runner wanted to do it.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I think I was watching that one, so. And is it Spike Cave? Nope.
Nope. GGW has got to do a Gina. Only he's...
Let's see, why is he starting at a Sank?
Yeah, now he's confused.
We can go back to Ice Palace.
Looks like he might be doing that. Well, no. No, if he were doing ice, he'd flute to 8.
Oh, why is he running to this portal?
Yeah, why wouldn't you flute? Is he tilted?
I think that's our first item in Meyer, just a big 20.
And, like... Why is it... I mean, maybe he's giving himself time to think. He's not going to get any items out of doing pod, though I guess it's a 5-6, but Meyer's the other 5-6. So even if Pyramid Fairy's the next progression, he's gonna need that cane.
I guess I am getting the point. I'm a little surprised that he hasn't checked a Gina, like, especially with the flute now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to check when you have the flute and boots, and he went to desert to begin with, too.
Of course, there's still plenty of time in this race. We still need several items. We need that fire rod. We need the hook shot. We need the mirror.
Yeah. And no good indication where any of them might be, but I guess the second Meyer item is going to be on Biddy, so we'll find that out momentarily.
Does have the cape, but he's going to start with some NMG strats.
And got the bow, so that'll make things easy. I wonder if Pyramid Fairy's the next progression.
It is a possibility.
I mean, we don't want to think about if Thieves Town Big Chest is the next progression.
Oh no, we definitely don't. I mean, we also see like chat talking about runners being tilted. It's very possible they're both a little tilted at this point, just because where that progression was in the Thieves Town in Blind Cell, like it's in location you've had access to for 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, each of them wondering if their opponent went there first. So Moogle's doing Ice Palace now, and he will be able to full clear the whole thing in one go.
Yeah, and he'll also be able to do it the efficient way.
The problem is, GGW has really hard orphaned Agena.
He's kind of down to hard orphan checks at this point.
Well, I mean, his most promising thing at this point is to finish Ice. I can't remember how many items he actually got out of it.
I think one.
Starting in Sank again. Where's he going? Purple chest? No, I mean, right, he's fluting, like... He's gotta be feeling the pressure because why wouldn't you just start at Mountain if you're doing that?
Yeah, this looks like a purple chest play.
Maybe it's a Thieves Town big chest play. That would be a huge out for him if he does Thieves Town big chest and it has something, but no, this is purple chest.
He's also got hammer pegs now, too.
Also true. And purple chest could lead him to finally do a Gina.
If there's something in one of these spots, it could definitely get GGW back into this race.
Well, hammer pegs is just vanilla.
On Moogle Charm's side, there's the big key. This is the chest we think was in Logic earlier that GGW didn't do.
And junk. So our third item is either in the big chest or on Cold Stare. GGW fluting away here.
Back to 3. What?
Magic Bat.
Oh yeah, yeah, Magic Bat. I think that was the third item in ice.
Yeah, so ice is a bust. Oh! Well, that opens up some stuff.
Yeah, that's good and bad. I mean, that's an absolutely required item, but that's going to take him farther away from the Samaria.
Well, at least it'll keep him out of Turtle Rock.
It will. So we are just a fire rod and a mirror from no mode. He has all these checks on Death Mountain and also has a Hera he can do.
Yeah, Hera's a crystal, so you do that while you're up here. I still think there's progression in Pyramid Fairy.
If you're rooting for GGW right now, you want nothing in Turtle Rock. You don't even think about that right now. So logically, this was Samaria locked.
Didn't actually see what was on Floating Island there.
I missed it too. Oh. That is Moogle Charm's third crystal.
Oh yeah, we have the book. This is our first tablet pull. So far, the book has not led us to anything.
It sounds about normal for the book.
Maybe Moogle will indulge us in a ped check.
Doesn't look like it right now. This is probably hammer pegs and purple chest for him as well. Or is he going into Thieves Town?
Oh boy. This is definitely some clown routing from both runners.
Yeah. This almost feels like a desperation play in a way.
It's like, can I outclown my opponent?
There's our first item in Hera.
So, gotta hope Moldorm has the second item and we don't have to decide whether or not to do basement. Because at this rate of clowning, GGW's doing basement if the second item's there.
Yeah, this is the Death Orb setup for Moogle Charm. That's both items out of Hera.
Okay. GGW's third crystal.
Alright. Thieves Town Big Chest.
And just the Uncle Bombs. Okay, without the mirror, GGW has to do the entire light side of the mountain before doing the dark side.
Yeah, nothing. Hammer pegs. We're gonna see Moogle Charm also grab his purple chest for nothing. Now Moogle Charm needs to go to Magic Bat to get his hook shot.
We'll see what he does after the purple chest.
Meanwhile, in Super Bunny Cave, more junk.
Oh, here's Moogle's Magic Bat play. Oh, well, there's our mirror. That does make Swamp available.
Yeah, we are just looking for that fire rod now.
Was there something on Lake Hylia Island? No, we're mirroring outside. Where are we going? Oh, we're fluting, I see.
Going
Yeah.
straight to Swamp.
Yep. And chat reminding us that Ped is dead because the fire rod would be necessary to beat TR, and that's the only thing we're missing for no mode.
So GGW's likely fine at this point, so with at least the Ice Rod skip. He still has to find some Mario, though.
Yeah, he's been bailed out pretty well so far. I'd still give Moogle a slight lead, but it's still close.
Yeah, Moogle's probably gonna get his mirror in about 5 minutes. Because he's gonna do Paradox, gonna go do Hera, then Spiral, then he'll go over to Dark Death Mountain to do those checks.
And there is the possibility that Moogle does decide to dive Pendant TR while he's up here, if it winds up being not Ether.
Yeah, and that is another possibility for GGW to gain some time. If it's a deep dip into Turtle Rock.
Obviously, there's also still a chance that Fire Rod's in Turtle Rock, in which case GG.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty rare though that they don't put any keys on right side of the front of TR.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but it's rare. Yep, and here's the hero play from Moogle Charm.
Oh, and we are in no mode with that Fire Rod, so that's kind of bad news for GGW if he goes back into Swamp. If he just goes to the back, that's fine, but Moogle Charm's gonna be in go mode when he gets that Fire Rod.
Yeah, GGW is running out of time.
Yeah, so if he doesn't do left side Swamp, he's in good shape. He still needs to do a Gina, though.
Yeah, I think Chad was mentioning they'll probably do Ice right after Swamp, and I mean that'd be fine. He'd lose a little time, but not the end of the world. If he goes to a Gina relatively quickly, I think this will be a close race.
Yeah, and of course he still needs to do the back of Skull Woods, but, you know, there's one item outstanding. You hope the item's on Moth, and then it's no different from go moding it.
And Chad also bring up a good point. If Moogle Charm decides to dip TR, that could be bad. But I think he's gonna get that mirror. And I don't know. That's a really tough call. I think he's got to go to Swamp because he's probably feeling pressure right now. Unless he thinks he needs to make a play, then goes to TR.
Right, he could still be feeling bad about that late Flute.
UGW has his 4th crystal. Moogle Charm will be right behind him on that. So now we watch. What does GGW do?
Oh no.
Alright, this is going to cost him a little more time.
For someone who just cavalierly skips the Eastern Big Key chest, I wasn't expecting him to go back into Swamp one item from go mode.
Well, that is a possibility that Chat brings up too. A Gina or Bombos into a Gina is possible. Whoops.
One can only hope. What is Moogle doing? I didn't know Quake took down a Tektite.
I don't think that was his intention. Okay, GGW just checked the big chest and bailed.
Okay. No, he's not going for Bombos, though.
Or maybe he is.
Okay.
Alright, a bit of a moment here. Is TR openable? It is. Now, he's opening it, but that doesn't mean he's going to go in.
Is GGW going to jump down and do a Gina after he does Bombos? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
He might... Oh, he's gonna go do the back of Skullwoods. I wouldn't say this is GG yet, because he's still making crystal progression.
And he doesn't always use a tracker, so we can't really tell whether he thinks he already did it or has forgotten about it or what.
Moogle's gonna get his mirror, so this is a big moment. We'll see what Moogle does.
I'm a bit surprised GGW, is doing this before doing Moth. Because there's only one item left in here.
Moogle's not biting on the TR bait. He's going to Swamp, and he is about to hit Go mode. Of course, we don't know how that TR would have been like. It might have been a... Oh, first chest is the compass. We're out. So for GGW to stay in this race, he needs to go to Aegina immediately.
Yeah. And... Right, Moogle does still need to beat Helma King, and that's a few minutes. Honestly, you have to go through the maze, you have to do everything on the right side, so... That's basically GGW's ticking timer.
Yeah. That's the second item out of Skullwood, so he's not going to go back in. That's his 5th crystal.
Right.
He does have the crystal lead for now.
Right, if he suddenly decides to go to Aegina, he's still in it. I think he's probably... What? GGW, are you not counting? You got the mushroom.
He's about to feel silly.
Jeez. I don't know, but is he then going back for the big chest?
Well, yeah, he might have forgot about he got the mushroom out of here earlier.
He's had some plays that are just really not characteristic of him.
I mean, sometimes as a runner in these seeds, when you just have a seed that frustrates you, you don't play like yourself.
Yeah, because also that walking over to the pod portal that time.
Yeah, Moogle Charm is about to hit Go mode, and he's gonna rush through the rest of this swamp.
Yeah, and then he'll have a very quick back of Skullwoods and a somewhat longer pod, and then it's just like, what's GGW gonna do?
And I mean, GGW, it's not exactly like he's got a quick path himself. I mean, once he gets through ice, he still has to go through Mire, which also has a vanilla big key.
Right, he never got that.
But he still has to go to Aegina right after ice. He's losing a little time here, but still has a chance.
I mean, I don't know what his other options are at this point.
I mean, there's some mirror checks. You got K45, got Graveyard Ledge.
Oh, yeah, right. We haven't seen the mirror checks. Well, maybe he'll do checkerboard and combine that with the Gina.
Unfortunately, also because of the way GGW used his keys, he's gonna have to take the long route to check these last few chests. Actually, no, he can just run up in the next room and get back over to where the, won't be, it'll be an extra room or two, that's it. That is Mooglecharm's 5th crystal.
So we're even on the crystal count. I assume GGW checked that because if it were the cane, then he'd be in go mode and could just make a dash for it.
Most likely, yeah. I think we're about at the point now where I would definitely say Mooglecharm is pulling ahead if he's not already ahead. I mean, GGW might get his 6th crystal first, but that Mire clear is still enough time.
Yeah. I mean, there's still GT routing and Ganon Falls and all that fun stuff, but yeah, for now, Moogle has the lead. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, Mooglecharm is not providing audio. It's not that he's providing, like, unusable audio, he's just not providing audio.
Here is the Cold Stare fight for GGW. He's at least going to get the hints that this was a Samaria Lock dungeon, but that really doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah, now what? As Moogle's about to get his 6th crystal, and then his 7th crystal will be really fast.
Yeah, GGW basically has to go to Aegina now. He's going to 6.
Okay, he's clearly doing checkerboard first. That I don't blame him for. It's just like, you've been here so many times, are you going to finally do Aegina after you do checkerboard?
Well, there's Ether. Is he just...
Oh no, is he going back into mod? He's clearly forgotten about Aegina.
Yeah, this is... Okay, that's...
There is no way you do this if you're thinking about Aegina at all.
Yeah. I think one item was on Vidian here, the other was in the big chest. And I think if he's been counting items, he knows that he's basically coming in here for one item.
Yeah.
So either he's forgotten it or he's fully committed to skipping it.
I mean, when you're right there, it doesn't make sense to fully commit to skipping it.
That's true.
You know, it's half a minute. I can understand, like, Thieves Town Big Chest, okay, you fully commit to skipping that because it's a lot to get back to, but he's been so close to Aegina so many times it would have been, you know, half a minute tops to do it.
I wonder if he just. I wonder if when he went into the desert, in his mind he thought, okay, I'm gonna do a Gina after deserts. And when he's save and quit out, he kind of just marked in his head, oh, I did that as well. Yeah, for Moogle Charm, he's about to get his 7th crystal. It is worth mentioning, this is only race 1 of this 5-game series, so regardless of what happens here today, assuming if this holds up or doesn't, um, I like Big Boots is in no way out of this. It's a 1-0 deficit either way. You've got more than enough time.
Yeah, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, Orange will be facing Zero Rush in Ambrosia for the next game in this series.
And this is the green pendant play for GGW, which we know is a green rupee. I should get a GT Big Key prediction in quick before Moogle Charm gets in there. Alright, there we go. Get your predictions in quick. I'm gonna cut. I'll probably end the predictions when Moogle Charm goes in. Actually, I think I timed that out perfectly.
Okay, GGW, I don't even know where he's going now.
Green pendant turn-in.
Yeah, I forgot he had the mirror now. But Moogle Charm is in GT. And going left first.
And I get a fireproof map.
Bob lives.
And those are head bonks of frustration right there. And I think this is Thieves Town Big Chest. Small key, heart container, small key, and a small key.
That's a lot of small keys.
Here's chest 6, a bigger shield, chest 7, a bigger shield.
Hope Room is now Shield Room. But the so-called Dark Magician routing pays off since Hope Room did not have a small key. This is the fastest way to full clear the basement.
Yeah, I think at this point, GGW is just... I think he's not sure anymore because he went back into Skullwoods, so I think he's just pulling at anything he can think of right now.
Yeah, Graveyard Ledge, I guess.
Alright, on Mughal side, chest 8, 20 rupees. Chest 9, silvers.
Of course, the silvers were in GT.
That's 11 chests and nothing so far.
So here's chest 12.
Piece of hearts. And chests left for Moogle Charm. Where is this big key gonna be? For those of you hoping for the 4 chest room, you've got one more shot. There's the bug net, which is great if you're playing swordless. $14 boomerang, 15 compass, red rupee and blue rupee. Well, if you guessed not in a room with 4 chests, you are correct. Oh, Bob's chest behind Ice Armos or Tile Room. Not Bob's chest.
Yeah, we were getting close to tile room here. Last chance before tile room.
19 small key, 20 big key.
And hey, only at 16 hearts. Let's see if anyone guessed 20 here.
It does not look like it. We had a 19 and a 21.
Yeah. So I guess if we do the Price is Right thing, we have to give it to the Reed Herring at 19, right?
Sure, yep. Yeah, at this point, it looks like it's just a climb left for Moogle Charm to finish this race and get a 1-0 lead in this series.
Yeah, and with Tempered and Silvers, he should have no trouble.
As you said, game 2 between these two is scheduled for tomorrow at 10:10 p.m. Orange versus Zero Rush. Looks like they have not scheduled their, I believe it's their Wisdom match yet, which should be cross keys.
Yeah, because that's gonna be like the clown extravaganza between Hitsuyan and Julo Ninja.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. That's going to be the clown extravaganza. Wow, who put that matchup in there?
Yeah, of course they had to pick the same pendants, and then they had to get matched up in the first round, because what are the odds of that even?
Yeah, they're not even in the same division, so they didn't play during the regular season. It's like, this is like a very... Like, the odds of this matchup happening were pretty small.
Nice fast torches room here.
One more prediction to finish this one out. Give people something to get a few more points in on.
Oh, the red herring is pointing out that his name is a pun on red herring, and therefore I pronounced it wrong. So apologies there.
Can you read his most recent comment in chat?
I think my tongue will get tied if I try.
Okay. I think it's you read red wrong, so now you need to reread red to read red right.
And let's see what the agonometry wars have in for us today.
Not the worst patterns, but not the best. No, I am not saying that 10 times fast.
Yeah, he just missed that triple the third cycle, or he could have gotten a 3 cycle.
It's just a Ganon fight with Tempered and Silvers away for the win for Mogliacci. Looking good for the 1 cycle. Setting up for the 1 cycle phase 2. He might be a little off here. I don't think he got it. Down to 1 heart.
Blue goo for the win.
Yeah. Alright, and here come the warps. That's 2 so far.
Yeah. Already not looking good for my points.
4. 5.
Please.
That's already 6.
Okay, well, I guess we settled that prediction now.
Yep.
What the
He's getting
heck?
6 in 1 of these cycles. Enjoy your 4-to-1 payout, 6 or more people. Wow, this is bad.
This is crazy.
Remember, it's a 50-50 chance on each warp. Maybe I should have set it at 10 or 15. What? I don't even know how many it's been at this time. Muggle's just saying, please let me finish, because he's probably thinking that GW's about to finish at this point. Which is the worst in this, is like, you see all these warps, and even though you know your opponent got them, you're like, he's gonna finish any second, please just let me finish.
Nice double-double in any case.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat from Mogliacci, as he's gonna cross the bridge. And that's an official race time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 44 seconds in first place. And as you probably guessed from the other side, we can confirm now GGW did forfeit almost immediately after.
Yeah, and unfortunately discarded delay. Let's see if they want to talk to us after that. Taking almost 145 on a casual boot seed with strong runners speaks to what sort of a seed this was.
Yeah. Thinking for runners here, you probably want like 120, 125, maybe 130 at the high end.
And we are joined by our winner, Mooglecharm. GG.
Hey, thanks, Jurassic.
So, how did you feel when you saw that Moon Pearl?
The Moon Pearl, I didn't feel terrible about that. At least it's like I know I have to do Aga. There was a seed I did in the SG Live brackets where I was down to either Eastern or Aga, and I chose Aga, and it was the wrong play. So at least it felt good to know that I had to do Aga to get my Pearl. But I don't know. That was was garbage. Some of my choices were garbage. The way the seed was laying out seemed like garbage. But yeah, I got lucky and got the win.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing was GGW seems to have forgotten about Agena.
Yeah, I took a look at the stream real quick, and I noticed that he didn't have the cane, and I'm like, I got the cane in Agena because like as I was picking up a couple of the items, I'm like, well, this could be bad for GGW, like getting that cane. But with how like things opened up in the desert area and getting the flute, like I didn't think there was any chance he'd miss that. Oddly, I was hoping that Ice Rod would be required because I know he doesn't like to do the Eastern Big Key Chest. So when I got that, I felt okay about pulling it, but I don't know. I never felt good the entire seed.
Yeah, I think we could tell that a little bit with some of your choices. Especially, I think
behind.
Yeah, I think that what was probably the most evident when you went back into Thieves Town for the third time.
Well, I forgot about the Magic Bat. I just forgot about that check completely. And at the time, all I had left was Zora, and then the big chest of thieves, and then purple chest. Like those were my only checks left. And as soon as I turned in the purple chest, it was like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta go back and do Magic Bat. So, because I had figured if it was Zora, like I just lost because I totally orphaned that from the very beginning. And as soon as I got the hook shot, I'm like, okay, I know I'm behind now, and just tried to go as fast as possible after that.
Yeah,
And I guess that's why you weren't like lured into TR or anything.
Well, I knew that I needed the fire rod and the mirror, and it was like as soon as I got the mirror, I'm like, well, I can go clear swamp. If it's not in swamp, like, you know, it's anybody's guess. Like I'm playing lottery at that point. Which mirror check is it going to be behind? Yeah, I never really felt like dipping into TR, even for just one check. When I got that mirror. And I got Dead Rock there right before I got so upset at that Dead Rock, and I totally forgot to check the island. So I have to mirror to check what's on Floating Island again. Yeah, I was on tilt for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys both made some, shall we say, unorthodox plays.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'll probably watch this back just to see how he routed, because like I said, the way that things were shaping up, like with that flute in the back of Thieves Town, like you either had to go into pod without a hammer, so you had to go the long way. You had to go into Skullwoods without the fire rod. You had to go into Pendant Thieves Town. Like there were no good checks to do, right? You could do Smith Chain without a mirror, and I just felt like pod would be the play, especially when Eastern gave me nothing when I got that bow. And then when I got the Bombos, it was like, well, should I dip Ice Palace? I'll hold off on that for now. Like, just nothing felt good. So I'm sure that, you know, when I watch this back, like GGW be making some of those plays that he just didn't feel comfortable with either.
You guys were in pod at the same time.
Okay.
Then you were in Mire at the same time. The difference was you had the cane.
Oh, okay. All right. So we were pretty step for step, I guess.
Yeah, It was a pretty close race until you pulled the fire rod, and that's when you really started to develop a clear lead. Because I think up to then it was basically like if GGW had gone back to Gina at any point, it would have been a very close finish.
Okay. Yeah, I close the race time like as soon as I see it, I'm gonna forfeit. So I might as well just close it and finish this out. It just when you win a casual boots in the invitational with a 143, it just you never feel good the whole time. But got the win. This is a really big win. Like these guys are crazy good. We've got Hitsu and Zero Rush coming up next, and to get the first one out of the way, and know that at a minimum we guarantee a game 4, it feels really good.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the matchups, these are overall pretty even matchups.
Yeah, I think if anybody could beat Hitsu in a cross keys, it's Julo Ninja. Especially with his unorthodox routing, and then taking Zero out of his element a little bit with some inverted key sanity. We'll see.
Yeah, well, good luck to you going forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think with that we'll probably wrap up for the night. This was the last match of the night. I don't know if the other one's still going on. We had another one start at 10:10, but I gotta think it's over by now.
Well, it was a cross keys, so you never know.
Yeah, I'll say yeah, but it is cross keys. Like some of those can go 3 hours. Yeah, that one is over. So.
Okay. Well, I guess that means the next invitational match is at 1:10 p.m. Eastern, so 12 and a half hours from now, because it's already tomorrow for those of us on the East Coast, and that'll be right here on SpeedGaming 2, in fact. Gamachu of Skull Kids against Yagamoth of the Sexy Ganons, and they'll be playing Hard MC Shuffle.
Yep, and then we've got Era 216 versus Team Hime, Thalane versus Ravis and Ambrosia, Tyler Roomies versus Pug Trio, RD Walsh versus Solsky in a rematch of Cross Keys.
Yeah, that their original match ended in a tie yesterday after 2.5 hours of battling it out.
Yeah, so that should give you some hype for that one. And we'll finish up the day for a Thanksgiving Day for those of us in the U.S., or maybe some other areas too, but we'll finish up the day with Orange versus Zero Rush in Game 2 of this series.
And as we said, that'll be an Ambrosia match, so you got a lot of different modes to check out tomorrow over the course of the day too.
Now let's actually take a look at the Open League 2. They're wrapping up their first week. Looks like
we got a game 4 there actually.
Yep. Open League tomorrow at 6:10. Reliable Archery Aces versus Blue Balls United in Swordless. Alex Joss 2 versus Kade Rukawa. I don't even know if I said that right.
Yeah, that should be a good series too. I mean, any series that makes it to a game 4 is already pretty interesting, because then some chance you send it to a game 5 and then anything goes.
Speaking of Game 5, this is a couple days away, but I just want to put it out there for you guys. If you're looking for our first ever retrants in the leagues, between both of them, that's scheduled for Sunday at 1:10 Eastern. Last Locationeers versus yet another bonk in Game 5 co-op retrants.
Yeah, this is a new thing this season. We have no idea how it'll actually go, but we'll find out.
That's one to look forward to. But yeah, I think we could wrap up there. Thanks again to our runners. Make sure to give them a follow. Thanks to our tracker, Scupula. And thanks for joining me here, Drossi.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, JP. It had been a while since we've worked together.
Yeah, it has.
But, that should do it. Again, those of you in the U.S., have a happy Thanksgiving here, since it now already is on the East Coast. And the rest of you, I guess, have a good night.
Good night, everyone.